Good morning, students. So now that you have done your interview questions and you have your answers, we're going to move on and learn how to use the answers without copying. Right? This is called paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is when you are rewriting somebody else's ideas in your own words. Okay, so we will start by paraphrasing what our interviewee, the person we interviewed, said. Okay, so this is their answer that you are going to be paraphrasing. You're going to choose 3 questions from both people. So that means, again, you're doing 2 different people, a family friend and a teacher or administrator. Okay? So first, how do you paraphrase? You're going to ask yourself some questions while you paraphrase, or you can work with a partner. Okay? You can call a friend and say, "Hey, let's do this together. It makes life so much easier when I can think with another person." So, the first question you're going to ask is, does the answer have enough information for me to write about in my own words? Right? The answer cannot be too short, or what are you really going to say? The same exact thing. So then it's not really paraphrasing. Okay? The second is you have to understand what the answer is talking about. So you're going to ask yourself, what is the answer about? Do I really understand? Okay? And if not, I have to go back to that person and ask them, what did you really mean? Okay? If not, go back to that person and ask clarifying questions. What did you mean when you said ... Okay? Number 3 is, after you know what the answer means, you're going to think about the key words that you can substitute or change for a synonym. Okay? And a synonym is a word with a similar meaning. All right. So when you start paraphrasing, your paraphrase can start with blank's name believes something because something. Okay? In someone's, this is very important, you must have the apostrophe S. Okay? Because whose eyes is it? That person's eyes. Okay? So in someone's eyes, he or she believes that something because or but something. So when you see this slash, you are not using both words. You're only choosing one. Okay, so for example, if I say, in Miss Dong's eyes, she believes that something, but something else. Okay? All right. So next, did I use a conjunction to help me explain what my interviewee thinks? So again, these words are here to help you explain in your own words what the interviewee said. Okay? But, so, or because. So now let's look at our first example. Okay? The first example is Ms. Dong's answers to the questions. How do cell phones affect student learning? The answer: cell phones do not affect student learning. If a student is disciplined and focused enough on their work, then he or she will not use their cell phone. Okay, first, I have to ask myself, Does the answer have enough information for me to write about in my own words? Seems like it. She gives me 2 or even 3 details, right? So, does not affect student learning. Here's one detail. Another is if they're disciplined and focused, another detail. And lastly, he or she will not use their cell phone. Okay? So she gives me 3 details. I have enough information to use. So number 1, check. Number 2, what is the answer about? Let's see. I think her answer is talking about how cell phones don't change how students learn at all. Because she thinks that if a student is disciplined, I don't know what discipline means. Maybe I'll look it up in a dictionary. So I right click and click define. It says showing a control form of behavior. I still don't know what that means. But maybe if I look at the word and, because I know that and tells me that these 2 words are similar. I know what focused means, so maybe discipline has something to do with staying focused on my work. That's good enough for me. If a student is disciplined and focused enough on their work, then he or she will not use their cell phone. I think this is just saying that if a student is working, they're going to work and they're not going to get distracted with their cell phone. Okay, so yes, I do know what the answer is about. Okay, now I'm going to look. What are the key words that I should substitute? Okay, so how am I going to know what the key words are? This is where we annotate. So you're going to either highlight or underline the key words. So cell phones is important. I'm going to highlight this orange. Cell phones do not affect, I'm going to underline this part because it's a verb, student learning. So this is telling me cell phones don't change learning. Okay. If a student is disciplined and focused, I don't know what discipline means, but I know what focus means. So I'm going to highlight focused. Oops, I forgot a student. That's important because that's who I am talking about, right? If a student is focused on their work, this is important because it tells me what they're focused on, their work, then he or she will not use the cell phone. Okay, so now that I have the information highlighted, I'm going to go in and see what I can substitute for a synonym. Okay, so I know I'm just going to write the answer in here because it's my work. I can do that. Cell phones do not what affect. What's another way of saying do not affect? I know that affect, I'm not quite sure. Maybe I can look it up in a dictionary to help me. Affect means to have an effect or make a difference. Let me see the other words here. Means to, I know change. I will definitely use change, right? So the cell phones do not change, will not change how student learns. So what's another word for learns? Maybe I can just say does their work or is being educated, right? Because I know education means to learn, so is being educated. If a student is disciplined and focused enough on their work, then he or she will not use their phone. Focus. What's another word for focus? Focus just means doing their work. Right? If they're doing the work, then they won't use the phone. Okay. Won't use the phone. Or instead of use, I can write take out. Right? Same, but a little different. Okay, so now we're going to rewrite this sentence in my own words. Okay, so I have already written it here. It says, Ms. Dong believes that cell phones do not change how students learn in class. Ooh, I did not change learn. That's the same thing. I cannot use that. So I should change it to is being educated. How students are, oops, wrong place. In class, because if a student is doing his or her work, then they will not use their phones. Or here I wrote take out, so I should change this. They will not take out their phones. And I added one more sentence here to show that I really understand what this person is saying. It's like they have forgotten their phones. Done. Okay, so now let's look at another example. The question is, when do you think using a cell phone is good for the student? The only time a cell phone is useful is if they need to take a picture of their work to submit it to Google Classroom. Also, when students need to record themselves, but their laptop is not working and the teacher does not have an extra laptop. Okay, so now follow the same steps. Okay, so you have to do this one on your own. All right, but my answer is on the bottom for you to check. So don't look at the answer until you have done this. Got it? Okay, so after you have done this is an example of, let's look at this example. It says, what should be a consequence of not following using our cell phones? Not. The answer is teachers should take it away for the day. The first question was, does the answer have enough information for me to write about in my own words? Let's see. Does this answer have enough information? I don't think so. All it says is that teachers should take it away for the day. That's very little information. And even if I rewrite it, the only words I can substitute is take it away, which another word I know means confiscate. So basically, it's the same. There's not enough information. So I need to go back and ask Ms. Dong, why? Is it okay to do that? What if a student needs it? What is she or he going to do? Right? So this is where I have to go back and ask the teacher for more information. Okay, so below is your place to work. Try with at least 2. Do at least 2. Okay, if it's too hard, you can just do 2. But you should definitely try to do all 3. Got it? Okay. Good luck, and please let me know if you have any questions. Okay, bye.